Hey guys, now we're entering a western pine forest. Let's go.
There are nearly 600 species of bark beetle in the United States. The mountain pine beetle is one of the most aggressive, persistent, and disruptive bark beetles in the western United States and Canada. It is also native to these areas, making it a central topic of debate in the environmental field. These beetles are already having long-lasting effects on the health of Western American and Canadian forests. Many species and cultures rely heavily on the trees.
Historically, mountain pine beetles have resided in ponderosa and lodgepole forests, where they killed a number of trees not large enough to have a significant impact on the larger ecosystem. The recent boom of the species is not typical of it. Since the 1990s, more than 60 million acres of pine forests have been destroyed, and that number is expected to increase over the coming years. Mountain pine beetles are typically brownish red in color and 5 millimeters in length. Holy moly! There's one right there!
Since the 1970s, minimum winter temperatures have increased across the United States. This means that the eggs and larvae that have historically been killed in the northern winter months have a better chance of surviving until the spring. As the climate warms, beetles can also survive higher elevations. Today they can occupy elevations up to 1,100 feet, but in the future they're expected to be able to inhabit even higher elevations.
The mountain pine beetle lives best in cold, dry climates. Droughts caused by climate change are increasing the pines available for infestation. Trees become stressed under inadequate conditions and cannot fight off invasions. The warming climate is also cyclical. As the average temperature increases, less beetles are killed and more trees are destroyed, and therefore the CO2 in the atmosphere increases. Because of this, the temperature increases again and the whole thing starts over. Hey Greg.
Yeah?
Do you see this ponderosa pine?
Yeah, I do.
The beetles like these pines.
That's too bad.
The impacts of the mountain pine beetle are far-reaching and not always direct. Numerous species rely on the pine trees in the western United States and Canada. Many bear and bird species will lose a rich source of nutrition, and many bird species, including eagles, will lose nesting sites. Other mammals and insects such as squirrels and some spiders will also lose their habitat.
The economic systems of many areas will be negatively impacted by the loss of pines. Timber mill towns in British Columbia are already losing lots of money. Trees like these fallen lodgepole pines have already closed campgrounds and sparked wildfires by falling on electrical cables. Protected areas such as Yosemite, known for its immense natural beauty, may lose visitors if the mountain pine beetle reaches its forests.
Though this beetle is having bad effects on forests and economies, there are possible solutions to this problem. One would be to spread carbaryl in high-value areas. Carbaryl has been proven to prevent outbreaks in limited areas. It must be reapplied annually to individual trees and thus would only be efficient in areas of significance.
Another possible solution is to let the system adapt by itself. In some areas, the beetles have reached carrying capacity due to a lack of viable host trees and will soon be in decline. In addition, destroyed trees have been known to regrow. It might also be effective to increase biodiversity by selectively cutting down pines and replacing them with other species.
The scale and intensity of the mountain pine beetle epidemic is unlike any other outbreak observed, but this does not mean the end of pines in the Rockies.
These forests have fought through dramatic changes in the past, and they will survive the Rocky Mountain pine beetle.
The Rocky Mountain pine beetle outbreak is projected to decline, but you better watch out for that spruce beetle outbreak.